Okay. Good morning, friends. Let's revise the previous class topics in fast. Yesterday we just saw what is GST? Goods, service, tax. Goods means every kind of movable property other than money and securities. Service, anything other than goods. Tax means act, rules, regulations, notifications, circulars. Acts are IGST, CGST, SGST, UTGST, compensation, cess. In order to levy GST, what must happen? Supply. Okay. Supply. There are two types of supplies: interstate supply, intrastate supply. Interstate, LOS, POS, two different states, two different union territories, one state, one union territory, import, export, interstate supply, IGST to be levied. Now, intrastate supply, LOS, POS, same state, same union territory. Intrastate supply, if they're in a state, CGST plus SGST. If they're in a union territory with the state legislature, CGST plus SGST. Without state legislature, CGST plus UTGST. Okay. Compensations is levied by central government on luxury products to compensate the states who are losing revenue. Okay. Now, rules framed by central government, regulations framed by CBIC procedural formalities, notifications is a date which given by central government specifying the applicability of changes, circulars to provide clarifications where there is a confusion in the act. Okay. In supply, there are two parties, supplier, recipient. Supplier, person supplying goods or services or both, either directly or through a agent. Recipient, where there is a consideration, person who pays consideration. No consideration in case of goods, to whom the goods delivered. Yes, services, to whom the services rendered. These the topics we covered yesterday. Okay. So to levy GST, what must happen? Supply. Okay. Supply must happen to levy GST. Okay. Where to happen? In India. Where to happen? If supply happen in Bangladesh or America, GST to be levied? No. Supply to happen where? In India. So what is India as per the GST Act? India means territory, territorial waters. India means what, Nana? Territory, territorial waters. So what is a territory? Our land space. Our land space, which means our states and union territories, which called as territory. So all states, union territories, the land mass, yes, the land mass in India, which call it as territory. Then what is territorial waters? 12 nautical miles from baseline. 12 nautical miles from baseline. So let me see. If you consider these as an Indian map, this is what? Territory. Territorial waters means 12 nautical miles from baseline. How many nautical miles? 12 nautical miles from baseline is what? Territorial waters. How many nautical miles? 12 nautical miles. Now, from territorial waters, again 12 nautical miles is contiguous zone. What zone? Contiguous zone. So what it is? 24 nautical miles from baseline or 12 nautical miles from where? Territorial waters. From the land space, 12 nautical miles is the territorial waters. From the territorial waters, 12 nautical miles is contiguous zone, which is togetherly 24 nautical miles from baseline. Now up to 200 nautical miles, which is exclusive economic zone. What zone? Exclusive economic zone. There is a meaning. In that place, India used to generate more revenue by doing some economic activities, extraction of minerals, oils, gases, gas rings available there. So India means what? Territory. Territorial water means 12 nautical miles from baseline. 1 nautical mile is equal to 1.85 kilometers. 1 nautical mile is equal to 1.85 kilometers. Contiguous zone means 12 nautical miles from territorial waters or 24 nautical miles from baseline. Exclusive economic zone means 200 nautical miles. How many nautical miles? 200 nautical miles. Sir, beyond 200 nautical miles, which called as international waters, which called as, but in CMA or in CA, in a professional wording, we call it as high seas. In common wording, foreign country. In a professional word, over the seas. But here, beyond 200 nautical miles in a common language called as international waters. In a professional wording called as high seas. So what is India? What is India? Territory, territorial waters, contiguous zone up to exclusive economic zone. Now, see, airspace above territory and territorial waters. Airspace above territory and territorial waters. So, contiguous zone, exclusive economic zone above airspace is not belongs to India. So, airspace is under the control of ATC, Air Traffic Control, which means without the permission of India, if any unauthorized flights, which fly in that area, automatically our missile system activated and it will be blasted. So, above contiguous zone, above exclusive economic zone, airspace is not belongs to India. Even a war taken place, yes, mostly the countries, what they are doing, they are closing their airspace. They are closing their airspace. Why? Because missile systems has been connected to it. Okay, but up to exclusive economic zone is India in water. In a water up to 200 nautical miles, which is under the control of our navy and coastal guards. So, but airspace is only about territory and territorial waters. So, once again, India means what? Territory. What is territory? The land space. What is the territory? The land space which is there in the states and union territories. Next, territorial waters. 12 nautical miles from baseline. From the end of our land space, there into the water, 12 nautical miles. Okay. Now, yes, 24 nautical miles is contiguous zone. 200 nautical miles is exclusive economic zone. So what is seabed? Subsoil. Seabed, subsoil. Above the water place, above the water in which ships used to move, which call it as seabed. What is subsoil? Under the water, there is some soil there na, in the ocean, which called as subsoil. So which includes seabed, subsoil. Up to 200 nautical miles, yes, the water in which we are using for transportation of goods is belongs to us. Under the water there is a soil that is also belongs to India. Yes. But airspace only about territory and territorial waters. The main thing, airspace is only about territory and territorial waters. Yes, above the exclusive economic zone, above the contiguous zone is not belongs to India. So, in an easy way, India means territory, territorial waters. First point. Second point, seabed, subsoil, continental shelf, contiguous zone up to exclusive economic zone is India. Exclusive economic zone is 200 nautical miles. Yes, what we are going to do there? Extraction of minerals, oils and gases, more economic activity to generate the revenue. Okay. Airspace is only about territory and territorial waters. So to levy GST, supply must happen. Where to happen? In India. If supply in international waters, in high seas, in foreign country, no GST. You got it? Okay. Now we are going to start with supply. The main subject is supply, which start with section 7. Which start with section 7. So then what about the balance 6 sections are? What about the balance 6 sections usually? Sir, yes, no book explains the same, but we will discuss what the sections are. Nana, mostly the act is CGST Act 2017. Even we have IGST, CGST, SGST, UTGST. 90% of CMAinter syllabus is from CGST Act by leaving except one chapter. Place of supply only IGST Act. Rest of all the chapters from CGST Act only. Until I inform, all the sections is from what act? CGST Act. Only when we started the place of supply chapter, there we are going to discuss about IGST Act. So in GST, sections are very, very, very important. Yes, keep it, remember. Okay. Yes, sir. So what act we are seeing now? CGST Act 2017. So but subject start with what section? Section 7, supply. Then what about the first 6 sections? Yes, sir. Section number 1, applicability. What is section number 1? Applicability. As you know, applicable from 1st July 2017. Applicable to whole of India. What is the applicability date? 1st July 2017. Now, section 2, definitions. Sir, all the definitions, yes, in GST is from section 2 only. Whatever the definition it may be. Whatever the definition it may be. Yes, all from section 2. Now, section 3. Section 3, hierarchy of officers. Hierarchy of officers. Sir, hierarchy means what? Step by step level of officers from subordinate to superior. Let me discuss. Nana, here the department, yes, of GST differ with the police. First, let me start with police. Nana, sub-inspector is in the control of circle inspector. Circle inspector is in the control of ACP, assistant commissioner in the district. ACP is in the control of DCP. DCP is in the control of JCP. JCP is in the control of additional CP. Additional CP in the control of CP. CP means Commissioner of Police. Here, assistant commissioner, two assistant commissioners are reportable to one deputy commissioner. Two deputy commissioners are reportable to, yes, one joint commissioner. Two joint commissioners are reportable to one additional commissioner. Two additional commissioners are reportable to commissioner. Commissioner reportable to DGP. Okay, na? There in the police department. But here in the GST, yes, assistant commissioner and deputy commissioner rank is equal. What is equal? In GST, police is different. Yes, ACP needs to report to the DCP. DCP is the higher authority in the police. But while we discuss about the GST, assistant commissioner and deputy commissioner rank is same. Assistant deputy commissioner rank is same. There. Joint commissioner and additional commissioner also rank same. Joint commissioner, additional commissioner also same. Commissioner and principal commissioner same. Commissioner, principal commissioner. Some senior person recognized as principal commissioner, but powers are same. Now in police, DGP is there, but here chief commissioner or principal chief commissioner. So hierarchy we'll see in general light. Assistant commissioner, deputy commissioner, AC, DC. Assistant commissioner, Deputy Commissioner, reportable to JC or Additional Commissioner. Joint Commissioner or Additional Commissioner. Joint Commissioner or Additional Commissioner reportable to Commissioner or Principal Commissioner. Principal Commissioner or Commissioner reportable to Chief Commissioner or Principal Chief Commissioner. So Principal Chief Commissioner is the highest authority in GST. Don't compare with police, Nana. Usually all the, yes, people used to compare with the police. Why? Because they are only connected to us in the public life. Na? So in police, assistant, deputy ranks are different. Than assistant, deputy commissioner is powerful. But here, assistant, deputy, same. Joint, additional, same. Commissioner, principal commissioner, same. Chief commissioner, principal chief commissioner, same. So assistant commissioner, deputy commissioner reportable to joint or additional commissioner. Joint additional commissioner reportable to commissioner or principal commissioner. Commissioner or principal commissioner reportable to chief commissioner or principal chief commissioner. This is section 3. Hierarchy of officers, step by step level, which means from superior, subordinate to superior. Section 4. Appointment of officers. Nana, in GST department, low level officers, low level employees appointed by whom? Which yes, officer have a authority to appoint low level officers. That is section 4. If any need arises, some hacker has been taken, yes, to a job by the commissioner. So commissioner has a power to appoint the officers. Under what section? Section 4. Appointment of officers. Now, section 5. Powers and duties. Powers and duties. What power they have and what duty they needs to perform. Section 6. Authorization given to other officers to act as GST officers. Nana, in villages, especially in the remote rural areas, is there any GST department? Is there any GST department? But revenue department is there, railways is there, police is there. Let me explain. A person from a village did a crime under GST. He needs to be prosecuted. There is no GST department. They will give power to the VRO or MRO or local police or railways to act as a GST officers for that time period. In a village, VRO is there, na? Yes, in a village, some issue has been happened regarding GST. There is no GST department. Then GST department will authorize the village revenue officers or railway officers or police department officers to act as GST officers for some temporary purpose and temporary period. If any person who did a crime is not going to wait until GST department will reach the location, there they will authorize their village officers to act as GST officers. These are not there in any book. But first 6 sections. Section 1, applicability. Applicable from 1st July 2017. Section 2, definitions. Section 3, hierarchy of officers. Section 4, appointment of officers. Section 5, powers and duties. Section 6, authorization given to other officers to act as GST officers. Okay. Now we'll start with section 7, the main topic, which will takes for 4 hours. Only supply. Yes, if you learn supply, rest of GST is very useful. Yes, like mass, tables is how much is important. Like the same, for learning GST, supply is that much important. Without supply, there is no GST at all. The main essence of subject. What? Supply. No need to write the notes. Just concentrate. Yes, we'll give the material. First, Nana, supply is chargeable. Okay. Regarding what? Supply of goods, supply of services. GST means goods service tax. Okay. Supply of goods, supply of services are chargeable. But what is not a supply? Money, securities. Not a good, not a service. Not a supply. Not a good, not a service. Now already we covered. We will yes, see in depth. Goods means what? Every kind of movable property. Goods means what? Every kind of movable property excludes money and securities. Okay. Yes, as I said, while we compare with Sale of Goods Act, yes, in Sale of Goods Act, actionable claims excluded, actionable claims excluded, securities included. In GST, actionable claims included, securities excluded. Rest of the definition is same. If you see Sale of Goods Act once, every kind of movable property other than actionable claims and money, and it include stock, shares, grass, growing crops, things attached to farming part of land, agreed to be severed before sale. Here also the same, but what is the difference? Here actionable claims included, securities excluded. Okay. Now service. What is the service? Anything other than goods is a service. So money securities is not a good, not a service. Not a good, not a service. But some are regarding to, yes, service. What they are. Now I am having some dollars, American currency. Yes, I want to convert into Indian rupees. I need to go to the money exchanger. For example, Western Union or a bank. Yes, having $1,000, I given $1,000 to the money exchanger and ask the money exchanger to convert into rupees. He will convert into rupees, but he will charge some money. He will not convert into free of cost. He will charge some money. So conversion of currency, yes, is a supply of services. Money is not a service. Money is not a service, but conversion of money, yes, of one currency to another currency, in which consideration charge is also a service. Money is not a service, but transaction regarding to a money conversions amounts to services. Okay, let me start with supply. Listen first. Section 7. Includes, excludes. Includes, excludes. Includes with consideration, without consideration. Okay. Now, with consideration, there are 2 points. Now, without consideration, schedule 1. Even without consideration, there is a supply. Now, schedule 2. Segregation of supply into goods, services. Schedule 2 explains what is a good, what is a service. That particular transaction is a good or a service. If I purchase a mobile phone, is that is a good or a service? If I yes, hired a vehicle, then it is a service. These are explained by schedule 2. What is schedule 2? Segregation of supply into goods and services and others considered as supply. Others considered as supply. Now excludes schedule 3 negative list. Schedule 3, negative list. Which means there are mainly 5 points in the supply. With consideration mainly 2 points. Yes, 3 schedules. Schedule 1, supply without consideration. Schedule 2, segregation of supply into goods and services. Schedule 3, negative list. Now with consideration, 71A, 71AA, 71A, 71AA. Now this is 71B, import of service with consideration. Yes, rest of all balance. 3 schedules and with consideration 2 points. Any doubts, ma? Now we'll start in depth. Supply. Supply includes, supply excludes. Excludes, you know, negative list. Excludes, you know, negative list. First one. Yes, sir. 71A with consideration. 71A. 71B is import of services. 71C is schedule 1. What is schedule 1? Supply without consideration. Yes, 71A, capital A is what? Schedule 2. Yes. 72 is schedule 3. What it is? 71B. What it is? 71 capital A. What it is? 71 71 71 negative list enti. What is the negative list? 72. Okay. We'll start with first point. First point which will takes 1 hour minimum. 1 hour minimum. That much of depth the subject has. First one. What is first one? With consideration. See the first line. See the first line. All forms of, yes, sale, transfer, barter, exchange, yes, license, rental, lease, disposal for consideration in the course or furtherance of business. This is the first point. With consideration, first point. 71A. What is 71A? All forms of sale, transfer, barter, exchange, yes, license, rental, lease, disposal for what? Consideration in the course or furtherance of business. Now we'll start sale. So what is a sale? Transfer of property for consideration, giving the ownership. Ownership transfer from seller to buyer. Earlier, if you purchase a mobile phone, sales tax to be levied. Now what to be levied? GST. Whether it is a cash sale or a credit sale or an installment system. In future, there is a different type of sale also. That is also a supply. Why? What he said? All forms either now exist or in future comings. You got it? All sale or what? Supply. All forms of sale. Whether it is a cash sale or a credit sale or an installment system, whatever it may be. Even you purchase a mobile phone in EMIs also needs to pay GST. Even you purchase a mobile phone on credit also needs to pay GST. Even you purchase a mobile phone on cash basis also needs to pay GST. In future there is some other sale also, that is also a supply. All forms of sale is what? Supply. All forms. Earlier sale, what tax to be levied? Sales tax. Now what to be levied? GST. Why? Because sale is a supply. What type of sale? All type of sales are supplies. Now transfer. Transfer. What is a transfer, sir? What is a transfer? Giving the asset only right to use. Giving the asset only right to use. If I hired a vehicle, it is a transfer. Hire purchase is also a transfer. Why hire purchase is a transfer? Here, ownership to be transferred after the payment of last installment. You can cancel at any time before payment of last installment. But what the money you paid, they are not going to return it. Yes, that is also a supply. Here, yes, ABC Limited transferred some goods from its plants to a retail outlet. It is also a supply. Or stock transfers is also a supply. Stock transfers from warehouse to, yes, a sales office. Okay. Barter. I think you all going to give a wrong answer. Why? Because you are being flexible with Sale of Goods Act. In Sale of Goods Act, barter means exchange of goods. Yes, I will give my tab. You require to give your laptop. That is a barter. But here barter is different. Why? Here barter means exchange of goods as well as services. Exchange of goods as well as services. Okay, if I go to a hospital regarding a medical treatment. Okay, I taken a treatment. I asked, what is the bill? They said, sir, bill not required. Yes, you are a CA na? File a IT return for my hospital. File a IT return for my hospital. So he is giving medical treatment. I given what? Filing a IT return. Exchange of services. This is also a supply. This is also a supply. Usually I used to go to a restaurant to consume food over there. The restaurant person said, sir, money not required. My son who wants to pursue the cmainter, provide the coaching. I given services, they given goods. I consumed food over there. So here barter means exchange of goods as well as services. Exchange of goods as well as services. You got it? And cross also for goods services, for services goods. Earlier in Sale of Goods Act, before GST, many persons are been avoiding the tax. For barter, there is no sales tax earlier. Now barter is also a supply. GST to be levied. So take that hospital example. I taken a treatment. The bill amount is 10,000. They not collected any money. They asked me, yes, to file a IT return. Yes, for their hospital. Earlier, is there any sales tax? Earlier, is there any sales tax? No. Now there is a GST. Okay, sir. Barter is a supply. Barter is a supply. If it is done in the course of business, if it is done in the course of, okay, I brought some fruits to the class and he brought some snacks. He asked, sir, you require to give some fruits to me. I will give some snacks to you. We will eat together. So department is asking GST by asking one apple. Yes? No. Why? It's not done in the course of business. So your mother cooked biryani and offered biryani to the neighbor's auntie. Neighbor's auntie, yes, prepared sweets and offered some sweets to your mother. His department is going to ask a sweet and a leg piece for GST purpose? No. Why? It is also a barter. It's also a barter, but it's not done in the course of business. This done here: sale, transfer, barter, exchange, license, rental, lease, disposal. Done for what? Consideration. In the course of furtherance of business. So business purpose must. Okay. Now exchange. So what is an exchange? Recently Amazon flash sale, Flipkart Big Billion Day sale. They are, yes, giving some offers. Yes, new mobile phone is 50,000. New mobile phone is 50,000. If you purchase, yes, a new mobile phone by exchanging your old mobile phone, it is only 35,000. It's only 35,000. Yes, but earlier in Sale of Goods Act, tax levied on 35,000. Now GST to be levied on 50,000. What asset you are going to get? Yes, that on amount GST to be levied. Okay, I given my old mobile phone. Yes, and I brought a new mobile phone worth 2 lakhs. I given my S24 Ultra. Yes, and I brought Samsung Yes, fold 7. Yes, they taken 50,000 for it, and balance I paid 1,50,000 and brought flip 7, fold 7. They are going to charge tax on 1,50,000 or 2 lakhs? 2 lakhs. Its exchange is quite common. Exchange is quite common. So, Mr. A purchased iPhone 17, which he paid 50,000 and iPhone 11. Usually iPhone lovers used to do whenever new generation comes. They used to exchange the old phone by giving some amount to get a new phone. But tax levied on what? New phone price. Here, iPhone 17, for example, it is 1.5 lakhs. They given 50,000 plus iPhone 11. So GST levied on 50,000 or 1,50,000? 1,50,000. You got it? Okay. Next, license. So what is a license? Patents, trademarks, copyrights. Okay. Now, Bachpan school is in Delhi. I taken their franchise and started the Bachpan school in Tirupati. I paid rupees 40 lakhs to get the franchise. It is what? A license. It is what? A license. I want to do some mining activities in Kadapa district. I go to AP, yes, AP mining, yes, government authority, paid rupees 5 crores and get a license. That is also a supply. License is also a supply. So license means getting patents, trademarks, copyrights. These are all what? License. License if taken in the course of business, that is also a supply. So what is the difference between rent and a lease? What's the difference? Is both are same or same but different? Same but different. Not totally different, same but different. Okay, if you taken a house for rental purpose, which means the period is less than 1 year. If it is more than 1 year, you need to take lease. So that is the reason for a residential purpose, if you take a house, you are going to, yes, draft a rental agreement. 11 months. Why? Because rent is a period less than 12 months. If I taken a building for starting my audit office, yes, commercial property, yes, and it is a prominent place, rental agreement is useful, lease deed is useful. If I take a rental agreement, if the business got picked up, some other competitor will give some other extra money asking the owner to give the building. Yes or no? So what is better? Rent is better or lease is better? Both is better based on the scenario. But yes, if I want to take a residential house, nobody is waiting. No competitor will come and ask the house. So their rental agreement is better. If it is a commercial activity or a business thing, lease is better. So either rent or lease in the course of business, both are a supply. Rent is for the period less than? Yes, very good. Lease is the period more than 1 year. Now, disposal. So what is disposal? Okay, in a software company, okay, desktop computers are being using, yes, by all the employees. Now organization replaced with advanced laptops and asking the employees to work from home also if required. With the desktop they can't, yes, it is not possible to, yes, carry. So that is the reason they replaced a desktop with new model laptops. Now that desktops, they sold it for second-hand sale. The desktop, they sold it for second-hand sale. In the course of business, yes, it is a supply. Okay, even, yes, shikharatutorials decided to replace these chairs with new model sofas. It is a business organization. We, yes, want to replace these chairs with new model sofas. These chairs sold in the market for second hand. It's a supply or not a supply? Yes, it is a supply. Yes, yes, in your house, your mother used to sell, yes, after the year ending, your books and newspapers to your paper wala. Is it a supply? No. Why it is not done in the course of business? It's not done in the course of business. You got it? First point. All forms of sale, transfer, barter, exchange, license, rental, lease, disposal for what? Consideration in the course or furtherance of business. Any doubt, Nana? We'll see these examples once again. Sale. If I sell a car to other person, it is a supply. Sale is also a supply, irrespective of type, either cash or credit or installment. Okay, now I hired a vehicle. I hired a vehicle for right to use. Or hire purchase is also a transfer. Hire purchase is also a transfer. Now, barter. What is a barter here? Exchange of goods as well as services, and also cross for goods services, for services goods. Okay. CA Ram filed a return for Dr. Ravan. Yes, Ravan provided medical treatment. Ram filed IT return. Yes, it's done in the course of business. Both are professionals. Okay. License. Yes, if any person who brought any mining rights, or if any person who taken franchise to start an institution, Delhi public school there in Delhi, I taken the franchise and I want to start there in Kurnool district. Yes, it is also a. They are not going to give franchise free of cost. If I paid 50 lakhs, that is also a supply. Rent. The rent period less than 12 months. Lease period more than 12 months. Yes. Okay. Disposal. Disposal. If I donated blankets to the poor people, it's not a disposal. It's not done in the course of business. If a company sold the old machinery and they want to purchase a new machinery in the place of old machinery, that is a supply. Disposal, that is a supply. Once again, what is a supply? All forms of sale, transfer, barter, exchange, license, rental, yes, lease, disposal for what? Consideration in the course or furtherance of business. Let's start consideration. It's a very wider word. You already learned in the line foundation. There consideration means something in written, a small word. But here the consideration is very wider word. Now, we'll see what is a consideration. Any payment made or agreed to be made, whether in money otherwise or any monetary value or act of forbearance in respect of, in response to, for inducement. Yes, you need to learn main these two words: forbearance, inducement. Rest of all will come automatically. These are two new words in our consideration. So what is forbearance? What is forbearance? Making others silent is also our consideration. Okay. Yes. I want to construct a new apartment. The time period is less. I'm constructing at night time also. Now neighbor started complaining. Yes, you are working at night time. How can we survive? We want to sleep now. Yes, stop the work. Yes, if they stop the work, within the time bound, they are not going to complete the work. Now they requested the neighbors. Yes, if you become silent, my interior decorators, designers will work for you freely. Yes, get the material. Yes, we will work for you freely. Now he becomes silent. Why he becomes silent? Due to relation. They are giving the interior decoration work freely. Making others silent is also our consideration. Yes, if they are not silent, we cannot continue our work. Okay, I am taking a classes with a loud voice. Some other neighbor started complaining. there is a disturbance. Stop the institution. Stop the institution. Stop the classes. If they are go on as fighting with me, can I concentrate on the class? Can the classes to be continued? Now I asked. I will give free coaching to your children. Stay calm. Then they said, close the door, sir, and run the coaching. Yes, making them silent is also my consideration. Now, inducement. What is inducement? Influencing others. Influencing others. If you go to a long distance, for example, Hyderabad to Vizag, usually mostly people will start traveling at the night time. If you take a private bus, all the private buses will stop near one dhaba. Have you observed? They will stop at one dhaba. Then that time, the driver started giving announcement. Bus here will be stopped for half an hour. Those who wants to consume dinner or for a washroom or a nature call, step down. They will go and they will eat first. Who will go and who will eat? Yes, driver, cleaner will eat in full. But the dhaba wala is not going to charge any money from them. They are not going to charge any money. For example, in a dhaba, around, they cooked 500 biryanis. 500 biryanis. Now, out of 500, 10 biryanis consumed by driver or cleaner or a conductor. Yes. Is the dhaba wala charging any money from the driver and conductor? Why they are not charging any money? By stopping the bus, he is influencing the fellow passengers to consume food over there. If you observe, there in the dhaba, quality is too low and the price is too high. They will stop only near that dhaba. If you observe, many buses will be stopped at that dhaba. They are not going to charge any money from drivers or conductors for eating the food over there. Have you observed? Then why they are not charging his relative, friend, cousin? Then why? He is influencing fellow passengers to consume food over there. Then GST department comes. How many biryanis you cooked today? 500. How many sold in the market? 490. What about 10? Given freely, sir. To whom? Driver and conductor. Why? Is there any relation? Your birthday? No, sir. He's stopping the bus. Oh, these 10 is also your consideration. Giving biryanis to them. Yes, is the consideration that we paid or not? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. A college is there. A college is there. One of the student, make a Insta reel. I think CA, CMA is too tough. By joining in this institution, I qualified in the first attempt with a rank. By saying the institute name, then institute management given free coaching to him. Why free coaching? He influenced the fellow other students to join in that institution. That is the reason this institution given free coaching to that student who created a real Insta. Yes or no? Yes or no? Inducement is what? Influencing others. Inducement is also a consideration. You got it? Earlier, many persons are not paying the taxes. Now the definition got changed. Forbearance is also a consideration. Why you given interior decoration freely? To make them silence. That the consideration you paid. Why you given, that food and others to the driver and conductor freely? Yes, they are influencing the fellow passengers to consume food over there. Forbearance means making others silent. For that, if any of our state government is not a consideration. Subsidy means farmers used to purchase some tractors or other agriculture equipment. If the tractor is 10 lakhs, government asked to give the same to the farmers for 6 lakhs. We will pay 4 lakhs to you. So government asked the Mahindra company to give tractors which worth 10 lakhs for 6 lakhs to a farmer. The 4 lakhs is paying by whom? government as a subsidy. As a subsidy. It is not a consideration. It's not a consideration. Now deposits. Security deposits taken by owners. Yes, while we hire any car, while we take a house on rent, it is a consideration. It is a consideration. If it is a refundable deposit, it is not a consideration. If deposit got adjusted, okay, I paid 1 lakh rupee deposit, 2 months deposit for taking a house. At last 2 months, I not paid the rent and I asked the fellow persons to adjust the deposit for last 2 months. It is a consideration. Okay, but the persons asked, pay the rent for all the months. While you leaving, what the money you paid as a deposit, we are going to refund it. That is not a consideration. You got it? So consideration means any payment made or agreed to be made in money or otherwise. Other monetary activity in response to forbearance. The two different words are what? Forbearance and other inducement. Got it, Nana? What's the first line? What is the first line in the supply? All forms of sale, transfer, barter, exchange, license, lease, rental, disposal for consideration in the course or furtherance of business. We'll see what is the course and what is furtherance. In the course means related to the business. Furtherance means for the purpose of running the business, for the purpose of continuing the business. Okay, we'll see. Nana, I am having a car. I purchased it for my personal purpose. Now I given the car to Ramesh for second hand sale. I given the car to Ramesh for second hand sale. Is business act? Is there is a furtherance of business or any business activity? No. If second hand car dealer sold a second hand car to other person, it is done in the course of business. Yeah. Sale of car for personal use by an individual, not a supply. Okay. Generally, if you have old jewelry, your grandmother's jewelry, yes, your mother wants to exchange it. Your mother goes to a jewelry shop by giving old jewelry and will make the balance payment. And jewelry is purchasing for business purpose or personal purpose. It's not done in the course of business. Sale of old jewelry which was used personally. Sale cheseste, not a supply. There is no furtherance. But here in the jewelry shops, what we are doing at exchange avutundi. Now, new necklace worth is 5 lakhs. We given old gold which worth 3 lakhs and brought a new jewelry by paying 2 lakhs. GST levied on what? 5 lakhs. If I needed money, my grandmother's gold I sold in the market. It is not a supply. Why it is not done in the course of business? Okay. Yes, if you go to temples, especially at the time of festive season, I am very interested to go, especially the TTD temple, Jubilee Hills. There pulihara too good, tamarind rice. I used to go to the temple and take prasad for two times. They are going to charge any money. Why? Temples giving prasad for sale? No. Yes, freely. Prasad supplies by religious places like temples and others. It's not done in the course of business. Their intention not to do business to earn profits. Any doubts, Nana? Okay. Now, consideration. We'll see, is this a consideration or not? Some extra points. Donations received by charitable institutions from individual donors. Yes, without quid pro quo. Quid pro quo ante? Something in return. Without asking any return. Okay. Now I go to Lord Vishnu temple and I given rupees 10 lakhs to renovate the temple. To renovate the temple. Yes, then I put a name board on it. Renovated by CA Mithun Reddy. Yes. Is there any business activity? Is I'm expecting anything? God will give a boon or blessing. That is common thing. But if I given a donation to a temple asking the priest to renovate it, is there any, is it is considered as a consideration or not a consideration? Not a consideration. Yes. Okay, we'll see. Bhushan donated a blackboard. Yes, to a yoga institution. Yes, to a yoga institution. Yes, by printing good wishes from Bhushan. Is they expecting anything? Okay, even after end of the classes, I given Chanukya books to all of you freely. Good wishes from Mithun Reddy. All the best for your examination. I'm expecting anything from you? No. No. Okay. Now, yes. Now, on my grandfather's name, I constructed a mineral water plant and asked the fellow public to take the water free of cost. Is there any consideration? No. Srimati Durga Devi donated some money to a temple in the memory of late father. Yes, but on the board in the memory of Durga Devi, a board has been there. Even you go to the temple Tirumala also, yes, 10 lakhs donated for Anna Prasada, 10 lakhs, yes, 1 crore donated for construction of these complex. But they are not expecting anything. Okay. Gift or donation made to charitable institution. Yes, either in the form of gift or donation. No commercial gain. With no commercial gain. Then it is not a consideration. Sir, when, yes, we feel it is a consideration. RS Brothers printed some pamphlets and the top calendar and the bottom pamphlets. Some information given. Yes, best quality goods available in the RS Brothers. All time discounts are running. Yes, if you plan for any function or anything, come to RS Brothers for shopping. On the top, yes, some god photo, down some calendar, down they given some ads. Why they given that? Why they are given that? For a commercial activity. It is a regarding a consideration thing. It's a supply. Artworks. Okay, an artist painted some pictures, sent to a art gallery for exhibition, for show off, to show off his artwork. Is it a supply or not a supply? Yes, not a supply. Why? There is no consideration flown. But one of the person selected a art piece, paid rupees 1 lakh. Then it is a supply. There is a consideration and there is a supply. One buyer selected a particular artwork. Then it is a supply. GST to be paid. When artwork has been displayed in an exhibition, it is not a supply. Why? There is no consideration has been moved. Now, last, no claim bonus. No claim bonus. Okay, let me say, generally, if you purchase a car insurance is mandatory. Okay. Insurance premium every year 20,000. Every year 20,000. So I paid 20,000 and I taken Tata AIG insurance. But this year, yes, no accident has been taken place. No accident taken place. Who enjoyed the benefit? Insurance company. Insurance company. If I met with an accident regarding the repairs and all, who required to pay the money? Insurance. If I did 3 accidents, I paid only 20,000 premium, but the repair cost incurred 8 lakh rupees. Who suffered loss? Insurance company. But if no accident taken place, who enjoyed the benefit? In the form of premium. So this year, no accidents, which means I'm a good person, good driver. Next year, premium 20,000. Last year, they enjoyed the benefit na. So for this type of persons, they will give 3,000 rupees. No claim bonus. Last year, you not applied for any claim. So that is the reason we are giving 3,000 no claim bonus. You required to pay only 17,000. This no claim bonus is not a consideration on that no GST. Sir, the no claim bonus considered as what? Discount. Considered as what? Discount. Let's see. Here many insurance companies are there. Every year we required to pay premium on the cars. Yes, generally my car usually there in the garage at all the times. Eppudu garage lo untundi. Always. Many accidents. Yes, I paid 20,000. Usually I claim for 70,000. They are not going to offer any no claim bonus as of now. And always insurance company rejecting me. Every year I am changing the insurance company. Heavy losses. But my brother who not claimed any, who not claimed any claim. Always who is enjoying the benefit? Then many insurance companies are making phone calls whenever the insurance is going to expire. Sir, take our insurance policy. Please, we'll give no claim bonus 4,000, 5,000, whatever the money that he is paying, that is their benefit. Na? So no claim bonus, will not be considered as consideration and not a supply, no GST. Then what it will be considered? Discount. So as of now, we covered only one line in supply. Without supply, there is no question paper either in inter or in final. Without supply, no question paper. Big chapter. So first line, what is the first line? Yes, as I said, with consideration, 2 points and 3 schedules. With consideration, first point, all forms of sale, transfer, barter, exchange, license, rental, lease, disposal for consideration in the course or furtherance of business amounts to supply, either a good or a service. Any doubts, Nana? Okay. Wind up the class for today. We'll meet tomorrow. Chapter supply complete supply. Rest of all chapters before chapter starting. So